everybody. Welcome back to the Urban Hermit Podcast, Holiday Edition. Ho, 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 everybody. Cameron Jones here, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones. I'll start it off right
Sure.
now. I've got an elf on the shelf. It was given to us. It was gifted to us from one of Megan's sisters. It's kind of fun, but it kind of sucks. Here's what's fun. Hiding it and the shenanigans. Here's what I think is going to suck
when
in
it
the
kills
future.
you.
No, it's not going to kill me. It just it makes the lie so much harder because it creates this new like
character
round of
also.
And now it's
bullshit.
not just Santa. Now it's not just...
What
Yeah.
exactly is the lore of Elf on the Shelf? What's his deal?
Oh, I'd love to tell you, he's Santa's snitch. But what you got to do is here's where I think it's going to be tough. If you or your kid touches the elf on the shelf, it loses its magic and doesn't go tell Santa anymore. It's like we've already got so many lives we're working with. Why would we double down, guys?
Touch that snitch and be like, "You see nothing
Of
now.
course.
I can touch you now."
Parents go like extreme
That's what I
measures.
do.
Like they'll
Anyway.
like...
See,
Would you like to
I don't
know-
Dip his hand in brownie batter. It looks like he shit his pants. Like the elf. Like it's like... And kids are traumatized.
Yeah,
just
we
pop
haven't
'em around?
done anything too crazy yet. I think yeah, it's just popping for.
is
because
Avery
like
aware of it and it moving? Does he care at all?
well, every morning we put his face directly in front of it, so
Terrifying.
that's the best we can do. I don't know. I don't think he's aware of much yet.
Sure.
I think tonight though, I'm gonna hide it, kind of wrapped around the menorah to double
Oh,
down.
nice. Did you light the menorah tonight?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't take a picture. I don't think. Tonight.
I got candles tonight. I'm real late in the game. How many more days do we have? We're on the third night.
Yeah, so I got.
My bad. Am I religious? No, but do I like fun traditions? Yeah, and having a fun candle holder and a menorah is just fun. Yeah. Oh
Here,
yeah, I saw
I'm
that
gonna-
in
I'm
the
gonna
family
s-
chat. Nice picture of you and your baby. And
Did you guys see the New York Times?
Very nice. Mom would be proud.
So
Yeah, no, well,
never.
don't look now. But
I haven't.
They just put out a crossword of the first day of Hanukkah, and it's basically a swastika. Yeah, apparently it happened back in
Is that for
2016
real?
too, and they ran
Well,
it
that's
back.
kind of that's not
Jeez.
cool, but that's funny.
Yeah,
Jeez, who got hold of it? Kanye West or?
I also
Jesus
saw
Christ.
Mark sent me Dave Portnoy and his family lighting the Hanukkah candle, and they end it with
Fuck Kanye.
God bless everybody except for Kanye. Fuck Kanye. That makes sense.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you know what? I did see a headline though, and I don't know how we're going to transition this to anybody, but a 97-year-old German woman just got sentenced to 2 years in prison for working at a concentration camp when she was like 16.
Oh, only 2 years?
She's 97. I don't think they could do whatever, but they charged her with the death of 10,000 people.
Oh, well, in that case, I think just like maybe life in prison. Yeah, in those
Wait,
cases,
I don't
that's the ones
understand
I'm
that,
like, well,
though. So
fuck
she
it.
just
Like,
got
just
caught,
throw them in
or,
jail.
like,
They were obviously.
Isn't the statute of limitations up on that?
I have no idea. You'd think so, except there's one thing.
Well, maybe she's
genocide,
like,
we're
she's
we're
like
gonna
maybe
open
proud
this
of
Yeah,
it.
it turns out
posting about it, who
genocide's-
knows?
So I barely skimmed the article, but I saw at one point they had to postpone the trial because she tried to flee in a
Oh,
taxi.
yeah, I did see something about that. Yeah, so she's a piece of shit.
Running from something.
I mean, probably, right? Or she was.
Well,
at
you'd
least.
imagine. You'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
can't
question
run.
just back to your Christmas lies.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Nuremberg,
Back to
like
your
Holocaust
Christmas lies.
I'd
trials
like to
anymore?
get back to that. But
Okay,
is
I'll-
there, do you,
I'll
is there
put a
any
pin in
guilt
it.
at all with this thing, or are you dreading when you finally have to have the
Just resentment.
Just that he gets it
resentment.
that your baby has this again and it's gone for you?
Well, what sucks
no.
is
Why
in
would I
third
have
grade
guilt? We all
when-
got
when,
life.
like,
Everybody gets life.
Jeremy's gonna be like,
are you dreading the
fucking
moment? Yeah,
douchebag, like,
yeah, are
you idiot.
You still believe
got a
in
mensch
Santa?
on
Okay,
a
no,
bench, you stupid
I'm glad
fucker.
you brought this up, right? So we all. So no, I'm glad you brought this up because we all kind of fall into our families at way different ages. So Cameron's the youngest in our family. Did you ever believe in Santa?
Yeah.
Like how do you
I feel like Cameron
remember?
broke
Do
it to
either
life
of
for
you
me
remember?
for a long time. I don't exactly.
You ass.
I might have.
No, I don't think you did.
Did
no,
I?
Is
Did I?
let's go around
Yeah,
the horn.
but
Do you guys know
I
how
see
you
it-
found out that Santa wasn't real?
I do.
Well, Cameron, you had
I don't-
way older
I don't remember
siblings.
the age
I
anymore.
I necessarily didn't.
No, it wasn't even that. Everyone kept up the lie for me. I forget how old I was, but like it was still like a good age. But like you guys kept it going for
How
like, I don't know,
pissed were you?
7, 8, 9. I don't know, but not
You're
very. But it definitely ruined it. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, everyone was asleep except for Mom, kind of in and out on the couch while I was watching TV, and she was kind of asleep. So I was like, "Hey, Mom, just be real. I won't be mad. Is Santa
shut
real?"
the
And
fuck
she
up,
just
go
kind
back
of
to
sleepily went, "No, he's not real, honey." And then I was like, okay. And then she didn't remember that. And I told her the next morning. But like, she just told me straight up. And I was like, okay. And it ruined the magic a little bit the next day. But, I was fine.
I think I had to like just play it off cool.
When did your
in
childhood
second
get
grade.
ruined?
Like I don't know. Ryan Zellner was like, "Yeah, are you fucking stupid?" I'm like, "Yeah." Schoolyard.
So the
Schoolyard
schoolyard
banter,
ruined it
yeah.
for you.
Here's what I don't like though.
That's not what you want.
It gets ruined for you. Christmas can get ruined for you as a kid, but you show some real gumption by not ruining it for other kids. Now you're part of the lie. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, you got to
for
be
other
part.
kids.
You got to be in it. Is there an age though where you're gonna have to tell
12.
Because that's when
12 is the
Jordan
cutoff.
found out
If
when
you
he was
believe in
11.
Santa Claus
he
into
doesn't
your
want to be
teens, it's over.
I forget what movie it is.
I think
your show's like, well,
you can't
thank God
be
I
a
still have the Easter
13-year-old.
Bunny.
What's your age? I don't think you can be older than 12. I
I
don't think
maybe
you
agree
should
with that.
be.
You shouldn't be a teen.
I hate those
preteen,
Pinterest
and
posts that
still
you always
not
see
be a
on like Instagram. Like
teenager.
that.
No, Santa is still real. He's alive and well within us all. Like
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Anna
is that
Kendrick
Noelle?
now. We all
Goddamn,
saw
I
the
hate that
movie.
movie.
Noelle.
I would say 12 is my cutoff. Do you guys have one? It's just
I'd say
That
that's a good
seems
age.
old
12.
to me,
Mark, do you
Jordan.
concur? Do you have a better one?
that's the ultimate.
That's the
like
cutoff.
we're sitting you down now.
we're cutting
Hey,
off Santa.
it's-
We're cutting
we have
off
to have a talk
Pampers.
this December.
You're done.
Well, then there might be more trauma at home if he's bedwetting.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to have this conversation with like a school counselor or something, because there's just like lots
You
of
do
red
if you're
flags
Scott
going
Calvin,
on in a
but
12
I mean,
year.
that was going a little deeper.
That's true. My dad's Santa.
That's true.
We don't. Have,
But
all have
I
a
would.
Neil
I
in
think
our
you
family.
naturally probably.
Santa?
God, I wish we did. I think 10's probably the realistic age where you're like,
It's getting there. 10's getting there, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a single digit thing mostly, I'd say, maybe.
It might align with like
I don't have like a clear cut.
Memory.
Because Cameron, you had like
Memory.
5 like older siblings.
Yeah, but again, everyone kept up the lie.
Yeah,
I
do you
mean, Jordan, do you
remember
remember
keeping up the lie for him?
keeping up the lie for me? Because you all did, and it was still
I'm sure we did. I don't remember like specifically doing
Okay.
anything. I don't feel like I got the same courtesy, if that's what you're wondering.
Okay.
Maybe because I was closer in
ruined
age
it at, like,
to
4.
Megan. Our
I can see
sister.
them ruining it for you.
I don't.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't feel like I believed in Santa all that
I think
long.
also it helps being the youngest that to a small extent, everyone might have been holding on a little bit.
Hey, let's pull it together, everybody. Let's get it going.
It's not so much that, but I mean,
Cameron's gonna make it to 12. I feel like whenever you found out, you probably had a very special episode with Mark. He's like, "Hey, Mark, you're gonna want to sit down for this. I gotta discuss something with you."
I mean, Mark said someone in the
Yeah,
schoolyard
what? Now that I
did
think
it.
about
Might
it.
have been me to be like, "Hey, bro, I got some pretty bad news." Well, what's weird though is like do you guys just remember though, like with your friends being at a certain age, being like, because you don't believe in Santa, right? And you're like, no, I don't.
You
believe
turn
in
around
Santa.
and
like I remember saying that. So like there was clearly
Cross my
What a dagger to the heart that was.
And if there's any children listening out there, we're only joking. Santa's very much real.
Oh, you guys shouldn't be listening to our podcast. If you are,
You got bad parents.
like, stop. I don't know, but you probably are. Thanks. Actually, if you're a kid
Avery,
and we
if
just
you hear
broke
me,
that
hold
you don't
on to the
listen to
elf.
Santa, just like, share, and subscribe. We could take anything.
We are getting pretty close to Christmas now.
Don't do it. It's kind of like don't cross the streams, like just don't hold on to the elf.
We're only 5 days away from Christmas. Does everyone have their Christmas
I
shopping
just finished.
done?
Yep. So, yeah, you guys, are you all done?
I am usually late in the gamer. I just got the last gift in the mail today. 90% of my shopping is Amazon now. Did you actually go
I was
places?
about 70 Amazon, 30 in store. Amazon is a savior.
Okay, was today the
Right?
in-store day? Especially the Black Deal Fridays right off the bat, right around Thanksgiving. I hit a few things.
Black Friday starts in July.
Are you the asshole that
and
finishes
ends in
Christmas
July?
shopping? Like,
I feel like there's
in
nothing
June?
but deals always and ever.
No.
If you are that asshole, you're also the asshole that
You're
has
also the
dead
asshole that
bodies
I'm,
in your
I'm
basement.
jealous of because, like, God, this last week was stressful as
You have a great credit score. Yeah, you. Well, I mean, I also just bought the house, so I think it's pretty well known this year that gifts might be a little loose coming from me. It might not be.
It's
you come to
pictures
me,
of
you
gift
get a
cards.
gift. That's kind of how I'm.
I
rolling
swear
this
it's
year.
coming.
What?
I owe you.
When I heard a little loose, he's like, I got extra large sweatpants for everybody. They're loose on you. They're loose
I owe
on you.
you
They're loose on
$20
everybody.
to Panera.
Got a good deal.
Coming your way.
So actually tonight Megs and I stopped by Target to get some like last minute little gifts for Avery because we're like, oh, we don't have that much for him. And it was pretty busy at Target
Likewise,
tonight.
I went to the Dollar Tree and Target. We were just getting stocking stuffers and your lip balms and things like that. I go all out. I usually do Hanukkah gifts too, but this year again didn't have the candles.
Yeah,
just
we
wasn't
do it-
prepared, so didn't do it.
I won't ever do Hanukkah gifts probably, but I enjoy lighting the
It was
menorah.
pointless because I just went to a dollar store and got very breakable toys. I essentially just littered Mark's apartment with clutter,
Yeah, no.
but fun clutter
still
for the
fun,
time,
still
wasn't
fun,
it?
still
Wasn't
fun.
it fun at the time? Oh, okay, thanks. No, I still got to wrap.
Yeah,
my
I was at
presents, but I
a
am
Dick's
done with the
Sporting Goods,
shopping.
and
Thank you,
the
Jeff
line was
Bezos.
just wrapped around pretty much every aisle. Like it.
What are you getting? What do you getting at Dick's? I don't know if you can ruin it because I'm gonna try to release this episode tonight or tomorrow.
We'd like
but-
a gift exchange for just I don't know people in the family. I bought.
You got him
got
a
a fucking
kayak.
kayak.
You got a fucking
No,
kayak.
it was like a putting a little putting
Pool
green,
table.
returning
I always look
putting
at
green
pool
that
tables there.
Shoots the ball back at you. Pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's pretty
that'll
fun.
Be fun. That'll be pretty cool. I'm gonna get one of those big screens for the
fuck
garage
yeah.
that I can just simulate golf. And actually, not Christmas related, but it turns out I live like 100 yards from a golf course and a country club. I think I'm gonna
That
become
would
a
be
member,
awesome.
so I can start
that'd be fun.
saying stuff like I'm gonna go get brunch at
That'd be
the
sweet.
club. Excuse me, you want to come? I have a guest one. I have a +1 today for the country club.
Is it an actual country?
There
I
is
don't
a
know.
locker
It's definitely a
room
golf
and a
course. It
shower.
might just be like a
Turns out it's just
A
a
public-
Planet Fitness.
no, but it's close enough. It's like honestly 50.
It's a Planet Fitness
It's
within
only
a
like
couple
3 blocks
of a golf
away, though.
club.
Honest to God, I can just like walk my clubs there, get drunk, and then stumble back home.
I have been thinking of all the things I could get Avery into. I should get him into golf early because that's
Yeah,
like
Tiger
Don't do it
Woods
too
in.
early.
Golf is a-
Then you're the dad. You're the dad
nah,
that pushes
because I'm
too
like
hard,
gonna love him
and
and
then
just
he hates you forever. And then who knows? Maybe he's not into golf ever again.
So I don't think I have enough work ethic to push another human super hard. So I think we're pretty okay. Let alone, like I'm gonna be like he doesn't like golf. It's fine, but it would have been fun. It'll be more like you remember when I tried when you were a kid, and that'll carry on with a lot of things.
In that aspect, are there any traditions you're gonna try to pass on that we might have had, or any traditions you miss around Christmas, or just like decorations or anything specific?
So this one's big between me and Megan. So we're adopting hers. And Mark, I don't know how all families do this, but does your Santa gifts, do you wrap them or leave them unwrapped?
Interesting.
Your gifts from Santa Claus.
I get so I'd always get Christmas gifts from Santa, right? And then Christmas gifts from like my mom or dad. But then like I don't know, they'd try to be Yeah, but they'd
Did you
try
get
to be
those all at the
sly
same
and like maybe
time,
like
or were
right
there
from
separate time
Santa with like
slots?
their left hand, so it like looks like a little bit sloppy because Santa
So it looks
can't
like
fucking
Santa's
write.
illiterate.
So, and for
I
some reason,
actually
like,
think
yeah,
that
okay,
probably
Santa
plays
just
pretty
sucks
well.
at
I doubt
writing, I
Santa's
guess.
doing a lot of writing.
True. Yeah, I mean, he's mostly just checking yes or no on naughty lists, I'd imagine. See, our parents would wrap all the gifts, and we would get everything Christmas morning. Just some gifts were Santa, some gifts were the parents. They just conveniently all used the same wrapping paper that year. They must have talked in advance.
I'm sorry.
That was Megan's excuse, right? So Megan and there's a lot of families like this I've learned. the gifts from your parents and your family,
Unwrapped.
they're wrapped. But Santa's gifts are like
That's where the
just
kayak comes
out,
in. It's just the
placed in a
kayak
little
is in
pile.
the corner.
So that's yeah.
If I was a kid, I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Mom, why in every Christmas movie is Santa delivering wrapped
Exactly.
presents down this chimney, and he doesn't do that for us?"
And what we're learning here is just layers and layers of lies upon lies. Do you got a dumb kid or do you got a smart kid? We'll find out. But you just got to lie to them. That's all there is to it.
Do you
That's-
ask
just
those
lie. You're
questions?
like, I
Those
don't know, man.
tough-hitting questions?
A lot of movies.
Because those are hard to answer. Like, what? Yeah, Cameron's like, why are they wrapped?
When I was a kid?
and ours are.
Here's the
I thought
anytime we
about
ask
this.
questions,
I don't know, go ask your mom.
We ask questions, our parents just be like, "Oh, well, we talked to Santa." It's always a quick like, "Oh, well, we talked to Santa. We're adults." type
Yeah,
of
why?
thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was tough to.
They're in
to know.
cahoots,
Like,
Mark.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we've got a landline. We've got like we're on speed dial with
You know
Santa.
what's a crazy
Fuck
lie
off.
we believe? The mall Santa thing. The fact that we all knew that's not the real Santa. That's just one of Santa's helpers at the mall.
Exactly. And what we did was bring one of those, but just make them a stuffed doll inside your house that you got to lie on top of that. I just told Kit this off on the shelf. Merchandise. To quote
Baseballs.
Spaceballs. I will say this. though.
Can I?
Fuck, I blanked. I had it.
Can I make a confession?
Jesus Christ! It was leading.
So
somewhere.
I was out in the suburbs doing
Sure.
some Christmas shopping, as
Yeah.
you do. There's a lot of department stores out in the suburb area. My girlfriend decided she wanted to pop in for a quick 10 minutes at Executive Tan, and I said, "Yeah, why not? I'll pop in for pop
Where
in
is
for a
this
quick
going?
10
I'm
too."
so confused.
I tanned
Oh, you
in a
tanned
tanning
today,
bed
did
for
you?
the first time in my life. Today. Do I look tan?
And?
Can you tell on
How
the
was it?
screen?
No, you look blue
Oh,
and
do it,
ghostly
goddamn
from
it.
the
getting a lot
light.
of blue. Got a blue light right now.
Is it just a
But
tanning place?
they
I wanna
made
go
me
to
sign
one
a
of those
waiver.
all
I'm like,
wellness
Jesus
things where I can
Christ,
get, you know,
what?
like, I guess it's
I don't want to
spa.
go in here.
Yeah, because we all saw
So-
Final Destination.
Cheeks.
We know what
And
can
not
happen.
my top cheeks
I
are burnt. Let me tell you. I'm crispy.
You little crisp.
I tanned before our wedding. And I got to the point I'm like, I got to stop doing this. I'm getting too tan. I'm like, this has gotten done.
You were also
I didn't know
outdoors
one.
a lot walking, so you just
I
naturally.
was
tan.
walking a lot, so I got super tan. But I started off as a joke with Megan. I'm like, hey, I want to go tan. This is gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
then you.
But then I started getting tan. I'm like, oh, I look really good. But then leading up to it, I'm like, I gotta let off
gonna
here
like
because
the
this
way
is
you
getting
look, I
weird.
guarantee.
Because it turns out, and I didn't know this, because it turns out I have the capability to get in pretty tan, and I didn't know that.
We spend a lot of-
be careful what you
It's
wish
called urban
for.
hermit for a reason. We don't get out a lot, or if we do, it's
No
at night.
kidding. But it is
Well,
a
it was
calming
frightening
thing. It's
because
just like
they
a
give you
warm
like
nap you take.
there's a
Never done it.
timer. Have you guys ever been tan? There's a timer that you take off all your clothes. They
No.
give you like a small amount of tanning oil. You're rubbing that on. You see the timer going down. You're like, oh, I'll get my AirPods in. You get in. You close the door. You're like, I've seen Final Destination 3. This doesn't go well. All of a sudden it turns on. You're like, fuck, I don't have my goggles
Yeah.
on. You slam your head on the top of the fucking door. It's Christmas with the Cranks all over again. It was.
It sounds like you had. Is this a true
just saying,
nightmare
do I look
scenario
around?
that you had in there?
You look.
great.
I'm going back
Great.
tomorrow for 15.
I'm just saying, we
I'll
know
say
what to get.
the
you.
lighting isn't
That's what
helping
it,
Nice. Never been, but maybe I will.
So I can't. It can't be just like this, but you kind of zone out when you're in there. So I assume it's got some similarities.
Did you
to
go before like a
deprivation.
cruise
Yeah, I
or
mean,
something? Because
you're just kind of
I've heard
there.
people
so-
do that. They go before like a vacation just to have like a nice base.
Well, his was his wedding, right?
What mine was my wedding, but then it like doubled down to like I think we went on there. But if I ever do go to like a tropical place, I think I will just to not get burnt. And it turns out if you're tan, you don't get burnt that often.
Good call.
Or
Oh,
I
just back
don't,
to the
so-
Christmas traditions and decorations.
But I am scared of skin cancer, so like it's not something I'll
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
do
Play it
again.
safe. Do you remember the what do you call the little scene, the nativity scenes, the little nativity scenes we used to have back home, the like glass ones?
Are you saying like a specific?
Like the big ones that
Just
sit
the
in
ones
your
we had
yard, or the
growing
ones that
up.
are like.
What
Like the glass set that would go across the fireplace.
He's talking about like a
sure.
on top of a fire, like
it
a
was
mantle.
like a mantle nativity scene. Yeah, we were never a yard
Neither were we.
decoration family.
We did Christmas lights
Did you do the
outside, but
Christmas
never
lights
like
outside
a
ever?
big extravagant like Santa or a snowman or nativity, like a manger. We didn't do that.
Icicles?
We did the
hangies?
icicles. Yeah, we did.
I can tell you what, in
Are
comparison
you falling asleep right now?
Chicago, Iowa to Chicago, I am so tired. I am so tired. I might. No, there's a lot more nativity scenes going on out here, and I don't.
I'm not a big fan on inflatables or really anything other than like the wicker and or light like deer or snowman.
You know what
or
I
something
do
that
like
looks a
is
little
the,
classier, you know, less.
Sort of maybe like a credenza or a mantle situation where it's like a town with maybe like a car. Like with some fake snow,
we have a little bit of
maybe
that.
like
We have
a town hall and a town square.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a little bit of that. We have an old truck and old buildings.
do
and
like
snowman.
those.
Yeah.
And if you get dedicated enough and you're just talented enough and crazy enough and driven, you can make Disney World. You just got to be Walt Disney.
I'd be
It
surprised.
starts on your mantle, and where there's a will, there's a way.
a lot more steps.
I do really like those. I don't do them myself, but I appreciate when I see
Snow
them.
villages
I
are so
I like your
good.
little snow village. I like your little
Roommate
North
Chris
Pole.
is big on decoration aesthetic, and he has a shit ton of Christmas stuff. So we actually do have quite a few of those little scenes around, which are nice.
What's
we have
your
a lot of little
favorite
knickknacks about
Christmas
knickknacks.
Adjacent activity, whether it be or maybe winter activity, whether it's maybe sledding, snowman, snowball,
I think
or
sledding,
decorating. Like,
kinda.
what is it?
Yeah, I haven't
Cameron,
built a
yours is-
snowman in
yours
years.
is
Or really
sledding?
played in the snow. No, maybe honestly, just like having the tree up, just having all the lights, and just being able, like watching TV
General
when your room's a
decoration.
little
Got
more
it.
aglow.
Mm. I will say, living in Chicago, I liked going to where there was the ice rink, getting a warm drink, and kind of being around that merriment. Also, on the flip side, being terrified of public shootings, at every second of the day. But sorry, it's just all right. But the merriment, yeah, I do enjoy
Besides
that.
the mass
At
shootings,
home,
the
though,
merriment
it's
of
just,
it all.
It's just the background. Aren't you terrified of mass shootings now everywhere?
You just you try to forget about it.
You know what
Isn't
is a
it
good
just in the
spot
back
is,
of your mind? You're like,
I
this
do
could be
check
it.
the exits. Most
Chris
place I
Kindle
go.
Market.
I
They
will
always
make
do
it a
good job.
double.
They would do a great job.
Yeah, that's always fun. Haven't
good.
been to the new one yet, just the old one still.
I like the
little
Wrigley
smaller.
Field one better. It's
Yep,
a little
see that.
chiller.
Have you seen? There's
you don't
actually
gotta
one
go all
now
the way
inside
downtown.
the field.
It's just more manageable.
There's like a tilt-a-whirl. There's
I did see that. Yeah,
dogs barking. There's
it looks awesome. Looks good for like.
I'll be right
Yeah, it
back.
looks fun.
I have to check if there's an intruder. Talk amongst
Cameron
yourselves.
just
Keep
gets
going,
like
please.
Oh, so I have been reading. I just read Putting Neighbor to Bed the night before Christmas because we're like, we only got these Christmas books for a little bit. I'm going to read them, right? Really, if you're dealing with that and Santa's real and he comes to your house, you think you're
Santa
dealing with an
essentially just-
intruder, and that would be
Nope, it's
terrible.
just my roommate
Santa
coming
just
home and the
is
dog
an
freaking
intruder.
out. Everything's fine here.
no one asked for him to come.
He is an intruder.
Oh.
Yes, true. He's bright.
Did I tell you guys how I got cased like it was Home Alone?
Swatted.
Okay,
No.
so I'm home alone like a couple days ago. I'm taking the dog out, so he's just out in the backyard by himself. And then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door, so I'm like, shit. One, I just never want to deal with whatever that's gonna be. Two, my dog is just unattended outside, so I run up quick, and it's like a lady who's very energetic and bug-eyed, and she's like middle-aged, and she's like, hi, I just want to know if you have a security system on your house. I'm like, yeah, we do. And then she just dived in and was like, well, I have like what's the main one you always hear of? Like, we have a Simply Safe like connection here in the neighborhood, so you can get it for a discount. What made you get a security system? And she kept being like, well, what do you all have in there? And I was like, I feel like the whole point is not to tell people what I have in here, so
No
yeah, so I
kidding.
just kept trying to.
Was she trying to sell you on
I think
something?
She was one either saying she was someone from the neighborhood saying I can get you half off on a system, but I kept being like, we're good. Like I have a sticker and a sign in the front yard that says my security system.
I have gotten really good, or I used to. I guess maybe now in a house it's tougher, but at my apartment, I got really good at saying no to people. I just be like, "Oh no, no," and just keep shutting the door.
Well, that was
I
the
wouldn't
hard
even
part,
talk
where she
to
introduced
people.
herself as someone from the neighborhood. So I was like, what? So I was trying to do that, but I was like, no, thank you. No. And what would help me is one of the cats was trying to get out, so I shut the screen door on her. I'm like, hey, I'm dealing with this. And that's when I was like, done. I am done. And then I forgot the dog was out there for about 5 minutes and he was waiting at the door.
You were
for
so
me.
concerned about like slamming the door. You're like, oh fuck.
Oh, I'm sure he was excited to come.
Well, she just frazzled me. I'm like, oh god, I think I just got cased.
Are you
I think
guys
she was
good
trying
at
to peek in the house and check my
Are
security
you guys good at
system.
wrapping presents? I'm not. I
used
thought
to
I
be.
was good.
No, I used.
Cameron is good.
I
You
used
were
to
good.
be really good.
I lost it.
I lost it. You
Somewhere
lost it
along
too?
the way, I lost it.
I've always pretty much had either Megan, my wife, or Cameron wrap
Which
my
is why I
presents.
got
don't
good
either
for a
do.
while. I was wrapping your presents. for
Cameron's
years
wrapping
and
Jordan's
kinda mastered
presents
it.
for
Cameron
Jordan. And he's like,
slowly
oh my
wrapped my
God.
presents.
Yeah.
Cameron also, he may not know this, he taught me how to tie a tie because you guys were in like jazz band. And I had to go to like a dance in high school. I'm like, I don't know how to tie a tie. And Dad wasn't there.
It was jazz band. It was
Fine,
definitely was
Cameron learned how to tie a tie for whatever he did.
We were wearing
pretty sure it was
clip-ons.
jazz
Something
band,
like
right? That's
that.
why you
So,
guys
I don't know where
Makes
he.
sense.
savants.
Nah, I've never worn a clip-on tie in my
definitely
life.
have.
Or a bow tie.
I never
well,
have either, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I'm sure as a kid I
well,
wore,
yeah. I've never put a
clip-on.
clip-on tie on myself. I'll say that.
I've never
No one
tied
knows how
a
to do
real
that.
No,
bow
no
tie.
one
I
has.
don't
No one
believe.
knows how. It's impossible.
No. If you
Well, you
do,
belong
your
to
parents
a
belong in
country
the Skull
club,
and Bones
which
and your
I think
assholes.
Cameron would love to
We don't
join.
I cannot wait until I am just constantly.
Hey, do
drunk
you
and
know how to
crawling at
tie
that
a
country club?
bow tie?
Flash the Cameron in a country
Like,
club.
yeah,
it's just like a
this is
shack in the
Midlothian.
country. He's like, this is
we
where
don't
we
do
hang
bow
out.
ties.
It's a country club.
It's fun.
I think you guys are all going to thank me when me and Nicole bring you as my +1 guest to the country club for
And we
lunch before we tee off.
Complimentary BLTs.
I got an over-under for you.
Sure.
In the rest of your life, and not rented, are you going to wear a tux 2 more times in your life?
Two
not
plus
rented
or
for like,
one pl- like,
a
give me-
real tux that you bought.
I'd like to believe yes.
Yes.
2
that
times.
means life-
Yes.
No, I'll just go one.
But
one,
because-
one.
just
One time.
because
There'll be
you-
one more
just
formal.
because
I don't
you
know.
said this.
Probably.
Now it's in my head that I'm like, oh fuck, I got to figure out.
Shit, Nicole
I don't know if I'll ever wear a real tux again unless I have.
and I were looking at Groupon
daughter that
for
gets
some
married,
Christmas
maybe?
gifts, and funny that you mention it. One of them was New Year's 1920, where it was going to be like come in a suit. They're going to have like a big band. It was going to be
that'd
like a
be
big
fun.
ballroom doing it like a 1920s New Year's Eve.
Last time I
And
came
we
in
were
my suit
thinking
was
about it, but I
a 5th
can't
grade
remember if
birthday
she worked or
party at
something.
the Days Inn.
Whoever even said that? Wait, what did you just say?
Excuse me.
Well, that's not what we were talking about, but if you want to elaborate, I'm sure I can talk about days in
And I
swimming
think
pools.
I was there. I was at that birthday party. I know for a fact. I slept in the same hotel room as you and your family.
Would you ever own a tux though?
Actual,
Do
that's a true
people
story.
own tuxes? I don't know if people own tuxes. Do they?
You do.
I mean, some
yeah. If
people
you're
do,
gonna,
but-
if you're gonna
Nah,
need it.
I don't think your average person did.
If I went to many formal occasions, if I had to go to many balls and banquets, if I was
Do you know what I really want, but I just can't justify because I'd have nowhere to
You
wear
don't.
it? I really want a corduroy suit.
you could become a
Really
professor.
want one. No, because you have to get a lot of degrees.
Speaking of
It's
degrees, you
so
have to
much
wear
easier
a
just to get a corduroy
suit
suit.
under a certain amount of degrees. It can't be over
Maybe.
75.
Oh yeah,
No, it's a fall. It's
it's a fall or winter.
It's a
Yeah,
brisk one.
that's gonna keep and insulate some heat. Oh, speaking of which,
I'm-
first time ever I had to insulate the entire house and weatherize it. Boy, was that annoying. Got all the windows with the plastics. Turns out there's drafts in areas that I'm having to stuff foam.
Oh, geez, that reminds me. If I'm going home and it's supposed to be 0 degrees, I gotta leave water running.
What is
otherwise
that
I
about?
forget
Yeah,
about
that
I
it.
should probably take care of
So
that.
yeah, I guess
Jeez.
like
I should probably do that.
running
Temperature,
the water is, like,
thermodynamics.
I guess just a better option than like having a pipe burst. Like running your water, expense wise.
You got to keep it moving.
Yeah,
If it
yeah,
stands still. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Wow,
Got to keep that
home
flowing
ownership.
like a river.
You guys may not know the answer to this. Do I have to do it on every faucet?
That's a good question.
Or is it just
I don't think so. I think just if there's any separate
Well, where
like,
are the main lines at?
I think so. Like I'll. So
I know
no, I
where
mean
the
like
lines-
so.
I don't know where the
so
lines
like I
in
would
my
probably
house are.
do my downstairs.
So, like, I have
that's
upstairs
what I
and
meant. Like if there's any
downstairs.
other like pipes going up to like your upstairs bathroom, maybe that one. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I've owned this
And
house
I
for a
should
month
leave
and a
them
half.
everything on full blast or just a.
As hot as she goes too.
He's on full board, just like.
Actually, I don't think you have to. Just full bore the whole time.
What's your current water heat temperature at your house? Because I bring this up
I have
because
no
not
idea.
like
A lot
not
hotter
like
than
off
it
the
used
top
to
of
be.
your head like a temperature, but like Mark's apartment, we had it for a while where like if you turn the
Scalding.
water all the way up, it was dangerous. Like it would burn you. It would burn you. It was boiling hot coming out. And like right now we have it at like a
I
good
can
like
adjust that. I've
real
adjusted
uncomfortable
to
hot at the
scalding.
hottest, but like I could bear it.
I want to burn maybe a layer or two of skin off of my body.
I do want it to get the option of hotter than
Yes.
I need, just so I can,
Yep.
really steam it up if I need to.
This current place I'm in now is way hotter than what I used to be, and I love it.
Do you have good shower
I feel like
pressure
we
on,
turned it all the way
on
hot
on
before.
the shower
and just
head?
nothing.
Nothing worse than like nothing
okay.
worse than
Yeah,
kind of like
pretty
a
good.
dribbly
Yeah, it's pretty
shower
good, actually.
situation.
God, you guys probably don't remember
No,
my
wasn't
college
showering
apartment
there.
when I was living with Brock. That shower sucked. I should have just been taking like hobo sponge baths. I was just dealing with like a trickle. It was.
Both showers
It was
at our
rough.
first house were not the.
That place is so
best.
shitty. I was on my porch on the second floor, and a rat ran over my foot. I'm like, this
That's
isn't
Chicago for you. That happened once or twice on like our porches and in our alley, in our area.
Unleash the Thundercats. Let the strays out. Take care of this rat
Oh,
population.
speaking of which, though, funny enough, just had to get a new furnace and a new water heater. So because of that, I am doing pretty good on the temperature. But want to hear something crazy? Guess what our first gas bill was because the furnace was so old.
I don't even
and
want to.
everything was just
shot in the
leaking out.
dark. 300. Oh my god.
344, then a little over.
Oh my god.
First gas
damn
bill
it.
was 344.
So you're saying, but now it'll get like way more efficient.
Now the house is sealed up; it's brand new. So apparently, that the furnace was older than me, and apparently it was all the insulation was gone, and it was just constantly running at a dangerously full blast in order to work properly. So that sucked. But
Well, that sucks. Yeah, to get one, but it'll be nice.
yeah, I'm hot in here right now.
No.
It's a little too warm, but I sealed up all my windows, and there's nothing I can do about it.
No, say it. Say
Oh
it.
dang! I thought of something, but it's back to Christmas
I mean,
related.
it's still
not
Christmas
house
time.
furnace.
You throw it on me.
Well, no, but with all the lies you have to do with kids, do you think that now that everything gets literally delivered to your house, it's even harder to lie? Because think how much you order through Amazon and other.
No.
It's literally-
I mean, as
Or
they
does
get
that
a
make
little
it-
older, yes, but I mean, also, yeah, you're gonna have to get like an Amazon Dropbox or something.
Well, the
for them. You have
excuse
to
is
get
like,
it
well, this
that
is
or
from
something
mom and
like that.
dad.
Oh,
This is
maybe
from
that's
Santa.
true. Yeah.
I saw a funny TikTok.
Or yeah, like this is for your grandparents.
true.
like a
That's
ring
true.
camera, right? And there's like an Amazon package, and like their like a dad was picking up their kids from school, and he's like, "God damn it! Don't look! Don't look! Don't look!" It was like a Barbie castle, and it was like displayed on the outside of this box. He's like, "God, why would they send it like that?" He's like, "Is that for me?"
You got to market it as a
yeah,
gift.
exactly. Yeah, you have
as a
to. Yeah,
gift.
I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny.
What do you think the pressure is for an Amazon delivery driver if snacks are left out that they have to dance
Wait, what?
with joy?
What did he just say?
Because the news tells so many the news shows so many stories of Amazon delivery people if there's water or like a treat. They like do like elaborate.
I could go
dances, like,
viral.
oh, look at these guys! They're just so happy. I'm like, they're fucking. Yeah, exactly. They're like, are you that happy? I don't
I
think you
did
fucking
go
are.
to a house where they did.
Let me see a hidden cam, a real hidden cam. See what you're like when there's
I did
no
go to a
fucking
house
snacks.
that they had a basket
it
of
sucks,
like a bunch
is what
of
I'm
different chips and like some drinks in there for like all the delivery people for the holidays. But like, it was
What's tough is you're like
It was
you're
pretty
like
legit.
the Amazon driver. You're like you lay a 20 down, maybe as like just like a thank you back. You see a couple Good Morning Americas go by. You're not there. You're like, ah, shit.
There you go.
What? It's not me. It wasn't me.
On the other side, I was about to leave an angry note for the garbage men in our neighborhood this year. Mark, did I tell you the dilemma that they were selectively just not picking up trash from our house and other houses on our street? Like,
What do you
That
mean?
really does fuck you,
especially
though.
it was like the week we moved in too. Every other week they just skipped picking up our trash. They would get some houses, or they would get one trash can, but not all of it. So when we were moving in and we just had a mass of shit to like throw out in boxes, like it would be 2 weeks of accumulated moving trash. It was so annoying. They finally have started taking the trash regularly, but there was a while there, guys. I was getting frustrated suburban neighbor.
That's suburban hermit problems,
Nice.
not urban hermit
Nice.
problems.
That's true. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, just had to vent a little.
No, that does suck. Last year, in one of the bad snowstorms, essentially our manager was like, hey, no trash is going to get picked up for like 2 weeks. And it was a problem. It was like,
Have you
not
ever
good.
wanted like wear like a satin pair of PJs? Scott like a pair of Scott Calvins.
I've talked about it before. The next pair I get of PJs will be that.
I think you got a sweat problem.
Well, yeah,
I think
you-
got a
like,
sweat
yeah,
problem. I think they're going to
it's-
stick to you,
that's
adhere to
true.
you.
It's a tough wear. You have to like probably wash them immediately. Like, do you wear the cap too? I don't know.
if you get the whole thing, Mark, you wear the whole
I mean,
thing.
if you got a
But
cap,
at the
you got
same
a
time,
cap.
I think if it has a cap and a robe, that's something you can hang on a hook on your 4 posters so that if you have to get up to hear, a
Yeah,
random
if I'm wearing a
such a
cap, like
clatter
I'm
in
looking
middle
out the
of night
window,
kind of
like,
situation.
oh my god.
Yeah. You put on the cap and the robe.
We as a family are going to take a picture in pajamas sometime this Christmas
Mm-hmm.
season, right? And when we ordered the pajamas, Megan's like, what size are you? And I confidently said large. But now I'm kind of like teetering.
I know
I'm
what
like,
you're
ooh,
doing
we're
there.
gonna have to
You
wear these
said large and
pajamas
hope that,
open
like,
with the shirt underneath.
You're gonna work the Peloton for like a couple weeks. You're gonna
No, I
you're gonna-
was,
you're
and
on the
now I'm
diet,
just
you're on
kinda-
celery sticks. You're
No,
Now
I'm
it's
on the
Christmas
opposite.
time.
I lost a lot of weight. Now I'm slowly gaining
Yeah,
it
it's
back.
Christmas time. Lots of treats. It's hard to work out when it's cold.
You know what I can't get though? I confidently, it turns out I was going to have a Hanukkah dinner with Jessica and Dad. And I'm like, don't worry, Megan and I will go pick up some matzo ball mix for some soup. We'll make some matzo ball soup. Can't even get it in Iowa. They're like, we only sell it for Passover. I'm like, but come on.
what the
Hanukkah.
There's the
Fucking-
benefit of living in
Yeah.
Chicago in the city, even the suburbs. There's always at least a little Jew section for me.
you got to freeze it in April.
And on top of that, I'm like, you guys know what Passover is here? Just tell me some. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, that's my not cross to bear. I guess it's my cross of David to bear.
Would you like a gift exchange, like in the
Star of David
in
Bear,
the
sorry.
Cult Classics podcast?
It's going to be like a New Year's exchange, I think, by the time we see each other next.
I just wanted you to
Or
get me
like
a present.
Valentine's Day
That's all I'm
card
saying.
greeting, maybe.
Okay.
Oh,
fuck.
no. Bark, what did I say at the top of the
I
show?
will order you a Sarpino's pizza right now. How about that?
You
That'd
only
be
get a
real
gift if you visit me on Christmas Day. That's how it works. Wait, did you say you're going to give me Sarpino's pizza?
cheap. I'll order you both one Sarpino's
That'd be a
pizza
treat.
right now.
I do
45
have
minutes.
Little Caesars in
That's
the
the
fridge I
gift
plan
that-
on eating, but like, I'll take a freshie.
You know what is crazy? I from my phone
Yeah,
could
the
order you
future
guys both food
is
right now.
is here. It's
Isn't that
now.
weird?
I mean,
is
I've
now.
done that for
It's
people
right
on
here
their
right now.
birthdays and stuff. I'm like, oh, you want me to like go puff you something or just get you some snacks at work or something? It's a great last minute gift.
You no Go Puff.
A
in
lot of
Iowa,
places
or at
don't
least
have
in
Go
Cedar
Puff.
Rapids.
If
Big
you
fucking
don't know,
bummer.
it's like a snack delivery service. There's other things like it.
Go Puff is like about as lazy as you can get, but it is
Oh,
so rewarding when you get your little
It's true.
snacky snacks.
It's
the
overpriced,
best.
but-
You're like, oh, thank God. I paid $1,000 for this, but I'm so happy it's here.
Sarpinos, and they're like, "Do you want to maybe grab a little something from 7-Eleven? Maybe some ice cream, maybe some
Oh, yeah.
pizza rolls.
I'll say this.
Maybe."
I'll say
And you're
this.
like, "Yeah,
when it's
I
like
do."
7-Eleven,
And I
Yeah,
grab
they're
them
like,
every-
you guys are gonna double down. Of course I do.
here's what's weird, I'll say. When it's 7-Eleven, CVS, Walgreens, that's fine because maybe I need like Band-Aids or something, something random. But when they're like, hey, you want Wendy's? That's always weird to me because I'm like, no, I just ordered Sarpinos, but I kind of want a Frosty. It's on the way. It's not that big of a problem if you want a Frosty. We'll get it. That's what's weird to me. Doubling down on the
Do you want the
food
Reese's
suggestions.
Pieces? Maybe.
Oh, they do that on. It is weird how just even on Grubhub when you order from a restaurant, you order like your sandwich of like, well, do you want 42 wings with that? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna get it. It's like, how much more do you want with that?
But what about
they do it like it's like a side of fries. It's like, what do you want? 12?
Oh, I'll tell you what's been getting me with this Christmas shopping too. Is they're like, hey, we'll give it to you free today if you add another $20.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we're gonna give this for free. If
I'm done shopping now.
On your card.
And the shitty thing is, if I just would have bought all these things when I at one time instead of like every like other day when I'm like, oh shit, I need this and I need to order it. Like all this could have come and been like free and cheap, but like I keep just doubling down.
Oh, you want to know? Okay, so I've always had these hypotheticals. What will the future will be like? And this is what it is. Megan and I need to get a second car, right? Because now we live in Iowa. So we're going to get an SUV. And we finally just test drove some. But we haven't gotten a new car in like 10 years. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on with all these
Oh, yeah, it's cool now.
Cars? They're like, oh, it just comes standard and everything in the last 8 years.
Yeah,
I'm like,
now,
okay.
now you get Apple Play, like lane assistance, like the braking shit.
You don't have to touch your
now it's
fucking
crazy,
wheel.
Jordan. Cars drive you.
I don't trust it, though. I'm like, turn it all off. I know it's scary. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't like it at all.
Just real quick before we wrap up today, in Christmas news, I do like to get a couple news articles. Idaho man decorates beard with 710 baubles for the Guinness Book of World Record. You guys know how I like the record.
He did that during
Christmas decorations.
So he
Christmas
broke his own record. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, well, good for him. It doesn't look great. I'll send you guys some pictures, or I'll throw it up here in the chat. Also, wildlife officials remove Christmas lights from reindeer's head, or just from deer's antlers. I don't really want to read this headline, but there was a Christmas deer running around. Looks like some drunk hunters fucked with a deer, or it ran through something more likely. But I like imagining my story better. In happy news, a cat lost on Long Island, New York, turns up 10 years later. I'm not going to read that story either, because here's the big one I wanted to get to. Virgin Mary Jaws. There's a shark at the Chicago Aquarium that hatched pups with no father. They thought that maybe like there was like some sort of like, you know, what? DNA.
Pups? They're called pups?
Pups. Yeah,
No,
they're called baby sharks pups. Yep, they're pups.
How many sharks?
Sure do. So a little shark at the Chicago Aquarium gave birth without asexually. They did DNA testing because they thought maybe it was like a Jurassic Park thing where one of them changed sex, but nope. All the DNA matches the mother, so she somehow just made duplicates of herself. Christmas miracle.
So I'm more surprised that baby sharks are called
I couldn't
pups.
get past
That's all I
pups.
can take from that story.
Well, the more you know.
That's interesting. I like aquariums as long as they're not mistreating the animals. I like zoos. I like what do you call it?
Well, preserves is more of like a jelly, like a gelatin
preservations.
Preservations. I like the preservations of animals, but nobody gets more excited than zoos and aquariums for stuff that most people don't. They're like, oh my gosh, it's going to have a baby. I'm like, yeah, you guys do.
But this one, they didn't know what happened.
This one is different. This is now you're saying a Jesus fish, but my guess is it's more like a Jesus shark's more like a demon shark. Probably.
Would that be kind of funny though if like the Antichrist came back as a shark?
It does have razor sharp teeth, right?
Scales are also very sharp in one direction. Well, should we wrap it up for this holiday episode of Urban Hermit?
No, I want to keep going. Let's wrap.
Yeah, I was gonna read my headline, but it's just that secretary of the Nazi camp getting
we started off with that news story. Hopefully we gave you a little more holiday cheer this year. If you want more content, check out Cult Classics Podcast for our Christmas lineup. Check out I'm Not Crazy for some of our Christmas content, holiday content. And of course, check out the Highwire Podcast whenever we put out a new episode of one of those guys. We'll check you on the next one. Bye. Bye.